今天您将收看的是
意大利零重力舞蹈团新作《达芬奇》亮相中国上海国际艺术节，艺术、科技、哲学成就魔幻奇观，向文艺复兴大师致敬。
大家好，观众朋友们，您现在看到的是今晚我们赏舞。来自意大利的零重力舞团以科技和审美相结合的方法，向意大利文艺复兴时期伟大的科学家、艺术家达芬奇致敬。那接下来呢，我们一起来欣赏他们奇幻的视觉效果。
2019年是意大利伟大的发明家和文艺大师达芬奇逝世500周年。为了纪念这一旷世奇才，意大利零重力舞蹈团创作了舞剧《达芬奇》。同一年，这部原创舞剧亮相第21届中国上海国际艺术节。舞者的零重力画面与魔幻的舞美效果一同，生动地再现了达芬奇的思想、艺术和科学创作，揭示出人类与自然、超自然不同层次之间的关系。意大利零重力舞蹈团的艺术总监和创始人埃米里亚诺·佩里萨利是一位集小说家、舞美服装设计师、戏剧导演、编舞和制作人于一身的艺术家，而他早年学习的却是哲学。
In my life, first I was a philosopher. I was always a philosopher. When I was a kid, I was melancholic. I think a lot every day. So for me it was very natural to be a philosopher and decide to study philosophy. The strange is to be a director now. I didn't think about theater in my life, never, before 30 years old. But philosophy is my nature.
其实，早在2016年，意大利零重力舞蹈团就曾带着舞剧《但丁神曲3部曲》登上过第18届中国上海国际艺术节的舞台。舞团的空中魔幻风格给上海的观众留下了深刻的印象。但丁神曲3部曲是埃米里亚诺·佩里萨利的零重力舞蹈团为纪念但丁诞辰750周年着力打造的原创剧目，凭借精湛的武艺和奇幻的视觉效果独步国际舞坛，摆脱重力的束缚，让人体在空中自由悬浮。这个零重力创意的灵感有一部分来自于佩里萨利的妻子，舞蹈演员和编舞家玛丽安娜。I won't tell to you why I'm in love for my wife. I'm an intellectual. I hate sports. I have no special body. And when I met my wife, she was a dancer with a perfect body. She's not an intellectual.
So when we start to work together, I was the boss and she was the dancer only. It was very difficult to. There were not a relationship between us because she was a dancer and I was an intellectual. No communication. So I was the boss. It was easy to talk, but no real communication. Year and after year, Mariana, the name of my wife, teach me another word made by bodies and space, the body and the space. And through her body, she could say something very special. It's not possible to explain by words. This is the body language. It's a fantastic language, but it's very difficult to understand because us used to use a language only. But it's incredible when you understand, you can feel incredible emotions.
达芬奇舞剧秉承了零重力舞团的空中魔幻风格，6位身怀绝技的舞者无视物理定律，仿佛不受重力和引力影响，以健美的身躯、灵巧的肢体上下漂移、纵横飞翔，组成种种梦幻画面和奇美造型。
I think in the theater I was to be like a painter. I want to paint paintings. And I want to show to the people a painting. So how you can do a paint in the theater? Only if the body float in the air. So this is the reason of this kind of no gravity technique. And I think the people can understand when see floating dancing, that the human body can fly like the spirit of people.
舞剧《达芬奇》重新发现和生动展示文艺复兴和巴洛克时代的艺术元素，并通过舞蹈和灵动音乐再现达芬奇时代的艺术奇迹。在向达芬奇致敬的同时，又深受伟人的启发，探索着全新的艺术灵魂。
Leonardo da Vinci is a very great master and made many things in his life. He was an engineer, he was a plumber, he was a painter, he was a sculptor, he was an inventor. So it's a so vast world. It's not possible to know everything about Leonardo. And everything about Leonardo can be interesting for us. So I can say exactly what is interesting for me about Leonardo. Everything he did, is fantastic.
舞者们仿若在空中漂浮，在一个无引力的梦幻世界中舞出一系列神奇画面，演绎达芬奇笔下安吉亚里战役、维特鲁威人、蒙娜丽莎、最后的晚餐、岩间圣母等名画。
For example, we talk about Virgin and the baby. Okay, what's mean? What Leonardo wants to say to us? He loves women. He was very interested about the love of the mother. So Leonardo won't talk about the mother and his son. The mother see own son die on the cross. It's an incredible moment, a terrible moment. So, what I want to say, this show, you can see a dance between mother and his son in the aisle. It's the last dance, because after they divide for the rest of his life, because Jesus Christ died and the Virgin come back in the world, in the heart. So this is a way I want to say about the meaning of Leonardo da Vinci. I think it's possible always to learn about great people, but usually nobody learn. And usually every country make the same mistake than the past. So usually the people doesn't learn nothing about the past. I hope, just hope, it's possible to learn something from Leonardo da Vinci, because he was a genius and he can give to everybody a little part of his genius.
达芬奇热爱人体绘画，在他笔下，人体如建筑般地构建了他对艺术和哲学的理解，在人类史上留下一个个经典寓言。
I don't repeat the paintings of Leonardo da Vinci because they are beautiful. So it's impossible to make the same in the theater. I want to give to the public the sense, the knowledge, the aesthetic of Leonardo da Vinci in these paintings. So you don't see exactly the same paintings. You see a Jesus, you see Madonna, the Virgin, but in another way, in a contemporary way.
舞者悬浮在空中，呈现文艺复兴时期雕塑般的美好姿态。他们看上去轻若浮云，无拘无束。 舞者不仅需要过硬的古典舞和现代舞功底，还需要和机械装置达成分毫不差的精确配合。佩里萨利具有2个天赋：强大的动手能力和艺术创造力，这也是他之所以能开创零重力舞蹈团的原因。少年时代的佩里萨利就和自己的双胞胎弟弟一起痴迷于拆卸和重组各种机械。后来从事过瓦工、木工、水暖工、电工、乘务员等行业。在剧院里担任舞美设计期间，佩里萨利发现，舞者们以舞台为平面变换舞步，总是会出现许多观众注意力的盲点，比如舞台边缘和后排的表演。他想，也许可以让舞者在垂直于舞台的平面上跳舞。
Light design and stage design. And this show is very complicated. It's a technique named Theater of Marvel. It's a technique coming from Renaissance, invented by Leonardo da Vinci, for example, and other big masters of Renaissance. I think it's possible for me to do that because, as you told me before, in my life I made many jobs. I was very poor, and to survive, I made many jobs in my life. Carpenter, plumber, electrician. Maybe now it's possible, this design, because I know these jobs. And now you have, in this technique, all jobs together. So you have to be a bit electrician, a bit carpenter to can do that.
舞剧《达芬奇》以文艺复兴时期的社会文化和宗教生活为基石，用那个时代的音乐展现达芬奇的奇思妙想。通过长笛、风琴、打击乐器、哥特式竖琴等，带观众回到久远的文艺复兴时期。
In this music, in China, there is only the show without live music. And so we have music as original music, two kinds of music, play two kinds of music, Renaissance and Baroque. For this show, we produce, myself, the recording of new musics, Renaissance music. And I studied 1 year about music. In the first, when I start to listen Renaissance music, I was hurted by Renaissance music. Very difficult to listen. But month after month, I could find different music like standards. And I found it very funny music, popular music, or religious music, very different music, or love songs, for example. So now we have 15 fantastic recordings. instruments are crazy. There are crazy instruments in Renaissance age. Lute, a strange organ, very old violin. It's incredible. But the most important instrument in the Renaissance age is the voice. And it's incredible. 6 voices play together is incredible.
佩里萨利说，我们的节目看上去像舞蹈，但更重要的是观众自己的感受和想象。首先触动观众的是心灵，而不是大脑。
I want to make a question to you. Is it dance? Are you sure? Because they don't use their feet. Have you ever seen a dancer without feet? No. So maybe no gravity is not dance. Maybe no gravity is a new genre. It's not dance. Maybe.
“好，以上就是今天节目的全部内容，非常感谢各位的收看，让我们下一次再见。
下期您将收看的是
张元举行了一场别开生面的沉浸式的艺术写生，9位来自上海的海派艺术家用他们的画笔描绘了上海这座城市往昔的辉煌，